Right, moving to motion 71 and paragraph 5.10. General Council position is to support the motion. It will be moved by Catherine Williams on behalf of the Trade Union Council's Conference and seconded by the FBU. Thank you.
Catherine Williams, move in motion 71. As the TUC JCC member for Wales, I've had to step in for the Trades Council Conference elected delegate to move the first motion to appear on the conference order paper. This is a great moment to see the voice of Trades Councils being put clearly back at centre stage of our trade union movement. And we appreciate the support we've had from numerous trade unions who have made it possible for the Trades Councils to get our voice directly heard at Congress. In this motion, we are raising the vital issue of our movement campaigning for a welfare charter. These leaflets are in the stalls on the conference hall, and I think certainly we know what we are up against in terms of the welfare cuts that we've just been discussing. Certainly, the past 3 governments have been putting our welfare system in the firing line. Governments that are absolutely intent on cutting benefits, reducing access to benefits and imposing conditionality which reduces even the benefit income that is at poverty levels for working class people. Penalties and sanctions that increase poverty and hardship amongst all those receiving welfare, including those in low-paid work. We have strong traditions in our movement of not just opposing what is unfair and unjust, but of demanding what we want as an alternative and what we want to fight for. The Welfare Charter is a product of a lot of work between the unemployed workers' centres, trades councils, with the unions representing the unemployed and out-of-work workers and those delivering welfare services. We want to see all affiliates taking forward these demands too. Demands which affect those who are struggling to find work or unable to work, but also crucially many of our own members in work who are struggling to make ends meet. We want to see a system where we have a living wage and a decent jobs, where we can afford to live without relying on state benefits to subsidise low-paying bosses, or relying on support from food banks to get food on the table for our families. As a movement, we have a key role in uniting all working class people together, uniting and fighting and representing the 99% to demand a supportive welfare system, fighting for decent jobs on decent pay, for £10 an hour minimum wage, to end zero-hour contracts and precarious employment, real support for everyone looking for work. Bosses don't get pay cuts as an incentive to work harder. It's usually they actually get massive pay rises. So why should we have to see unemployed workers facing benefit sanctions? We need to end the culture of attacks on the unemployed and those out of work, the idea of cutting income as an incentive for our class. We just had a full debate on the impact of the work capability assessment and the harsh benefit regime for sick and disabled workers. This charter gives a clear summary of what we are fighting for a welfare system that members of my union PCS can be proud of delivering, so we can concentrate on supporting the public when they need our help the most. We need to make sure that everybody in society has a decent standard of living, to live in dignity and have respect for all. Please support.
Thank you. Can I call the FBU, Matt?
President, Congress, Matt Rack, Fire Brigade Union, seconding the motion. And if I can, Congress, pay tribute to our Trades Council movement in terms of this resolution. I chair the TUC JCC, the committee whereby the General Council liaises with the Trades Councils, the voice of our movement at local level. And as has been explained, this resolution comes from the Trades Council's conference, where our affiliated organisations meet and organise at local level, an important aspect of how our movement engages with local communities. And this is the resolution which the Trades Council Conference voted to bring here to Congress. And it comes very much from the front line. It comes from those involved in campaigning on these issues in our communities. engaging with those on the front line of the attacks, the austerity attacks, attacks on benefits, attacks on welfare imposed by the coalition government and now by the Tory government. And I think an important principle that lies behind this motion is the idea that we as a movement should seek to organise those in work and those out of work, to defend the welfare state, to oppose attacks on those who are unemployed, to oppose those attacks on those who are on benefits, because we see those as a threat to all of us. We oppose attempts to demonise those who are unemployed or who are reliant on benefits. We oppose attempts to drive people further into poverty and to humiliate people, which is the aspect which we've just been discussing in the former debate. And in my own industry, most of our members are in fairly secure jobs, despite, as you've heard earlier, the reduction in the number of jobs. Those who are in position are in fairly secure jobs. But nevertheless, the attacks on those who are unemployed, the attacks on the welfare state, the attacks on those on benefits are a threat to all of us, to those of us in work and out of work, because it's a way of disciplining the labour force, of saying, actually, you better do as you're told, otherwise you will be thrown on the scrap heap and you will be treated like those people out there. So we have it's in the interest of all of us to stand together, to unite. As I say, this charter comes from those on the front line. It's been developed by those engaged in these campaigns at local level, and we should pay tribute and thank them for that. I second the motion. Please support it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Right, no right to reply. We'll move straight to the vote on that. All those in favour, please show. And all those against.